So the video that we just watched, The Fly, links in with this quotation. It comes from Lao Tzu, the Tao Te Ching, which was written a long time ago. And this wisdom that comes across time says simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Simple in action and thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate towards yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world. So rather than thinking about that, see if we can just invite that to land as we go into our meditation today, our mindfulness practice, and just see what comes up as you practice. But first, let's just invite a sense of stillness. I'm not sure if you saw the quotation at the beginning of that video. It says, peace, peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. So, can we invite that sense of peace and stillness, finding a place in the middle of everything where we can be with our experience with a sense of stillness and awareness. And perhaps as best we can, finding a sense of that anchor to being grounded through any points of contact between body, chair, floor, mat. Get a sense of the stillness and the security of the body held and supported and connected to that surface. Through this, finding a posture today that invites a sense of coming into awareness, of letting go of effort, but remaining alert and dignified. Whatever posture we find, perhaps one that will help us to be falling awake rather than falling asleep. And through this posture, coming into this place of mindfulness, of practice, of deliberately tuning inwards to connect with self and with our moment to moment lived experience. So perhaps imagining dropping a pebble into a still lake. And as the pebble drops beneath the surface, everything just begins to slow down. And as we imagine that pebble dropping down slowly beneath the surface, asking yourself, how are things in my mind right now? And whatever energy or thinking we find in those thoughts, can we just allow them to be and invite them into our practice? That pebble as it drops deeper through the water. Imagine it now asking that question of your emotional state, your sense of feeling tone or emotional weather pattern. How are things in my emotions right now? And whatever we find in that emotional weather, as best we can we just invite that into our practice as well? We don't have to do anything with it, but just allow it to be. Recognize that it's there, that it's here. And as this pebble sinks deeper down into the water, we could ask the question, how are things in my body right now? Connecting to a place beneath words, connecting to bone, muscle, skin, connecting to all the living processes within the body. Just listening to what the body has to say. as we've connected to all these different aspects of our experience, our thoughts, our emotions, our body. Finally, we can visualize that pebble resting on the soft lake bed where it's still and secure and resting. At the center of everything that we're experiencing right now. Can we find that place like the pebble on the soft lake bed where we get a sense of stillness, of being in a space where all we have to do is rest in awareness. If there's any impulses right now to do something, to fix something, to resist something, to crave something, can we instead invite a sense of patience? No action required right now. Simply a curiosity and an openness to be with our lived moment by moment experience. So, whatever we're feeling right now, can we just soften around it? Bring some kindness and stillness to ourselves. And then just invite our focus of attention towards the sensations of breathing as we feel them in the body right now. Just the simplicity of being with our breathing. Nothing else to do. Nowhere else that we have to be. But right here in this present moment, connecting to the body, breathing, and the movement of air coming in and air going out. And of course, we'll still have those thoughts. They'll be dropping in, pulling your attention away from the breathing, and that's okay. We're not here to try and stop the flow, just as it's almost impossible to stop the flow of a river or the flow of the wind. We're here simply to allow it to flow while we rest and feel the body breathing. And we might feel those emotions. And just as we can't change the temperature of the day, it's either warm or cold just by itself. The weather is calm or stormy all on its own. There's no need here to try and change or fix anything. There's no right way or wrong way to be feeling right now. So can we just allow the emotions to flow as we sit and rest in this space of in breath and out breath? And within the body, perhaps as we sit, there's a discomfort, pins and needles, a restlessness, an impulse, an impatience, a frustration. Just acknowledging that these are all perfectly normal. And there is nothing wrong with allowing a shifting of posture. The stillness that we sit in here is a stillness within experience. And we can have stillness within movement, sense of allowing a slight shift in posture to ease the pins and needles or to release that tension while still remaining resting in the breath and the breathing, the air coming in and the air going out. When we're in the rushy of the busy, we can get so tangled up in the doing and the fixing and the taking action that we begin to feel very far away from ourselves. In fact, we don't feel, we get used to not feeling, not connecting to our own lived, embodied experience. To sit in stillness, suddenly it's all here. Suddenly we have to sit with the things that we've not been feeling, the sensations in the body that we've perhaps been numb to, the thoughts that flow, perhaps to places that we'd rather not explore. And the invitation today is, can we just allow that to flow, but without engaging with our I have to take action mind? We can take a step back and sit in our place of stillness, like that pebble resting on the bottom of the lake, in this place of stillness and safety, softness. And we can just feel that flow, observe that flow while we rest with breath coming in and going out. So around that breathing and within that breathing, can we invite a deeper curiosity into the body, being present with the way this body feels right now. Just connecting our presence, our being present with sensation. This thing called interoception, the awareness of what is felt inside the body, the beating heart, the breathing lungs, the movement within the body, digestion, temperature. Also sensing into bones, the tiniest little bones of fingers or toes, delicate bones of wrist or ankle, and the massive bones of legs or pelvis. Just sensing the bones of the body and anything that they have to say right now. Around those bones, muscles, tendons, blood vessels, nerves, lymphatic system, all the living processes of the body. What are they saying right now? And the skin, this interface between what is inside and what is outside, a sense of temperature of body, temperature of room, textiles or clothing, air currents, pressure where we're sitting or lying. Just exploring all the living, breathing sensations within this wonderful body as we sit or lie here, just knowing our lived experience through the body. And inviting patience and kindness, softness, whatever we experience, whether we feel it to be friend or foe, easy or difficult, and whether this natural instinct is to cling to it or resist it or crave something else. Recognize that that's normal. All living beings crave comfort and resist discomfort. But can we just allow that flow without us feeling like we have to do anything except just rest in softness and kindness and being with this lived experience? And if this becomes a struggle, like we're, oh, I feel uncomfortable, but I've got to try and accept it. If it becomes like a battle, a struggle, then this is not acceptance and this is not the flow. This is resistance or trying to fix things. Can we just allow the discomfort and allow the not liking the discomfort? It's okay not to like the experience. It's okay to want things to be different. But can we just allow the flow of it and just experience it from this place of stillness and patience and kindness, and breathing and the air coming in and the air going out. And being patient like nature. Nature doesn't rush from summer to winter. There's always this steady change through the seasons, everything in its own time. And everything seems to happen just the way nature intends. So, can we just channel that sense of just allowing things to be in their own way? And around this, there might be a sense of feeling tone, of emotion. This is pleasant or unpleasant, sense of joy or sadness, ease or difficulty. So, can we invite our patience and our softening around these emotions too? As we sit, there might be one emotion or many. They might come or go. They might persist. Can we just be with that flow? Allow them to flow like a river, flow like the wind. We just sit here with our breathing, our kindness, our compassion, and experience our lived moment by moment emotions and sensations. And within the breathing and the body and this flow of feeling, maybe we notice some thinking too. So, as best we can, just taking a step back, sitting on the riverbank, watching the flow of the river, maybe feeling the flow of the breeze on our skin, and doing the same with our thinking and our feelings, just feeling the flow as it as if it was watching the river or feeling the breeze on our skin. But we're not getting up to jump in the river and we're not getting up to run with the winds, just sitting here and breathing and feeling our body resting on the chair or the bed. And just watching those thoughts as they appear, as they flow in their own way. And we know sometimes we sit by the river and it flows gently and slowly. And sometimes the water runs fast and turbulent. And sometimes the air around us is soft. There's just a gentle summer's breeze. And sometimes the wind can be wild and cold and harsh. And the same with our thoughts. As we watch the flow of thinking, we can be aware of the nature of thought in the mind today. Pleasant or unpleasant, easy or difficult, planning or reminiscing or ruminating. We're just sitting here, being aware, observing, noticing, and holding it all with a sense of patience and softness. No action required right now. That quote that appeared at the beginning of the video that we saw today. Peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. So we have probably a good 7 minutes left of our practice today. And there's no need to worry about keeping time. I'll do that for you. You're just resting here in your breathing, feeling your body like that pebble at the bottom of the lake, this place of stillness and stability, just being with the flow of physical sensation and emotion and thought, the flow of lived experience, moment by moment. And inviting that sense of patience, softness, kindness, and peace at the center of it all. as we sit in silence, we've still got another good 5 minutes to go as we come into those last 5 minutes, as we really begin to connect with the body, emotions, the mind. Is there anything that we could invite that would feel like kindness or compassion right now? Is there anything we could release and let go of that would feel like a softening around what's here, a simplifying, a kindness? Just staying with your practice under my closing words here. Because, of course, we've been here for an hour to practice together. And it might not be that we have an hour to just sit and be with our experience. So, finding ways to bring this into our everyday so the practice never really ends. It becomes a way of living connected to our lived experience. Can we find moments of just a breathing, feeling the body in a chair, an acknowledging of an emotion or a thought, and the flow of experience, and a way of inviting patience and kindness around that, or just a way of noticing the times when we reach for distraction or avoidance, or we're lost in the busy, busy and the rushy, rushy. Just to acknowledge that too as part of the flow of life, and treat that with compassion and kindness too. But if at all possible, just start the day and end the day in stillness, with a question of what can I invite into my day that brings a sense of patience, simplicity, and kindness, compassion. And what can I let go of? What can I release Simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and thoughts. You return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies. You accord with the way things are. Compassionate towards yourself. You reconcile all beings in the world. So we're going to bring our formal practice to a close. Be very gentle with yourself as you come to the end of this practice. Move gently, fingers, toes, arms, legs, just feel the body. Allow it to move in any way that it needs to. Opening eyes, taking in the light and the shadows and the shapes of the room around you. When you're ready, just very slowly and gently and carefully coming back to our screens. And we have a little bit of time to share anything that's come up during today's practice around our theme. So I will end our recording there.